What is up, everybody? This is Dome Piece, and we are back again on the Kryptic server in the world of Minecraft. And today we're going to do a little bit of building. I'm going to show off some things I've been working on because I've been a busy bee, and I haven't recorded all of it because I was up late last night and night before, and I was just working on some things. So we're going to do some stuff today and show off some other things, but hopefully by the end of the day we'll have a nice new contraption inside the base that will complement the rest of our stuff. So as you can see, we have our banner of choice. It is a monster mouth, which is to remind us that these dang zombies out here are slowly but surely taking over the desert, and one day it'll belong to them, and we'll be fighting for our lives. So I did up the base a little bit. We got our hazmat suit, which I've been wearing around, but I've been getting my butt kicked, so I took it off and put the diamond armor back on. Got our little brewing station. Got our bunk with our bookcase and our little lantern. A mini forge area. Ooh, gotta put on the jams. The creepy jams, but they're still the jams. Oh yeah, creepy time. But got our little storage area, furnaces, all that good stuff. An updated map, well, somewhat updated map. I got a new dome right in this area here that is going to be the nether. I've just got the dome built so far. And then like I said, a lot of this is still work in progress, but this is the initial room. Kind of regret putting that disc in there, but this is the initial area when you first walk into the actual base, where you will be met with hazmat suits. There's gonna be a few more. Eventually, I'd like to have them like inset into the wall with like some glass panes over them that like open with sticky pistons to kind of simulate that they're in like a case, maybe getting like cleaned while they're not being worn. And then there's a decontamination shower, which I used some wet sponges that I got from Yoshi to simulate the water droplets, where you got to stand to get all fresh and clean before you enter the base. And I think I may have mentioned it, but I'm gonna have a lot of like, redstone doors, that kind of stuff. I mean, it is it's a bunker. It's not gonna look all futuristic. It's not gonna be quartz everywhere. You're gonna see a lot of jungle wood, a lot of stone, just because those are the most abundant resources in the immediate area. And I feel like as a person preparing, to try to save the environments from the impending doom, is my base would be just kind of thrown together and probably focusing more on getting the domes built. But this so far is the main room of when you first enter the base, and not a whole lot going on in here. Might do some decorating, might throw up a couple banners, something like that. Maybe a little table over here. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Got a lot of work to do, but this is the stairway that's going to lead down into the actual base, where all the tunnels are going to start, and where we're going to be at for majority of the episode today. Let's get this out of here. We don't need it. And like I said, just simple design here. Nothing too fancy, nothing to write home about. But today, we're going to be in here in this little area that I've cleared out. And since we're using so much glass, and we're going to be I'm going to be opening up a dye shop, which I'll show you how I'm going to be getting those dyes later in the episode. But I'm going to be opening up a dye shop, so I'm going to be at the sub to Cameron. Sub to everybody on the server. Sub to Cameron last. And but since I'm gonna be smelting cactus and that kind of stuff, we're gonna have a cactus farm going, all that good stuff. That's gonna be in a later episode. I got a pretty good idea for that. At least I think it's gonna be a pretty neat idea. If I can pull it off, a lot of this stuff is things I've never done before, and it's going to be definitely a test of our skills as a Minecraft player. But we're going to build a super smelter today. Hence the reason why we got 15 furnaces and a metric poop ton of hoppers. I swear, man. Like the best troll ever. The best troll ever. Um, anyway, so we're gonna build a super smelter today so that we can get that glass and the dyes and all that stuff. Anything we need to cook done a lot quicker. And it's actually a pretty simple design. It's a mumbo jumbo design. Surprise, surprise. But it's actually really simple. The redstone is pretty straightforward. The hardest part is just making sure you have enough hoppers. Um, so we're just gonna pretty much start. Hopefully, I don't even know if we went far enough back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Definitely did not. So I'm gonna clear out a little bit more of this wall, and I will be right back. All right, we are back, and it looks like we have hopefully enough space now. So this little build, it's 4 wide, which is a little awkward because it's not it's not gonna be an evenly spaced room. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be off center a little bit, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with. I'm not gonna lie. Doesn't bother me that much at all, to be honest, because it's gonna be super awesome having something that just pops out goodies. Um, so we're pretty much gonna start here and just count 15 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, we may have to go 1 block back, but we shall see. And all this is going to do is literally collect all the items out of the chest. So, just going to throw all these hoppers down in here, make sure they're all going into each other, and they will all feed the items straight to the end, and all that good stuff. And then we're just going to come in, little shift click action, like so. And we're going to place down all 15 of the furnaces. And the wonderful thing about this design is, like, you literally can just start putting them left and right of each other as long as you have a way to get the items out of your input chest. And it's actually pretty handy. So if we ever want to expand this at a later time when we have way more redstone, or not redstone, but hoppers, because this thing is super intense on hoppers. And then each one of these will just go right to the top. But you literally, I think in his video, he did it where he had, I want to say 4 rows of 15. And one of the things is, like, the middle hopper or the middle furnace, for whatever reason, at least in his video, doesn't actually, put items out. So you actually get to use 14 of the furnaces, which is it was still moving at a pretty good clip. So it should be pretty good. And then you put these top row hoppers you're going to put going into that block down there at the end. And that's actually going to be pulling, even though they're not feeding into the hopper, they're going to pull out of it either way. And you'll put your output chest right up y'all. Let's see, chest, thank you. And that'll go right there. And like I said, it'll just feed down. And then at the end, I'm trying to remember how I did it. At the end down here, I believe it was like this. Let's see. It was a comparator going into a block like that. And then I want to say torch here, and then nope, That's wrong. That is wrong. Sorry. 100% round. There, and then like this, and then a row of blocks right here. So pretty much with this, okay, that's not what we want. Luckily, I have bukus of sandstone because of digging out all this nonsense. But and then right here, you're just gonna put a repeater like so, and then I didn't bring of all the stuff I would forget redstone. Okay. Either way, the way this is gonna work, this thing's gonna fill up all these hoppers until it gets to the end down here. It'll put a signal to this comparator, which will turn off this redstone, which will turn off this hopper, which will unlock all these, so that it more or less makes it so that it equally fills all of the furnaces at once, so that you don't get like a big slug of them right at the front, and they'll take longer. That's actually why it smelts faster, is because they're filling them all at the same time. It's actually really, really nifty. And like we said before in previous episodes, I'm not a redstone person at all. I don't have any shame in saying that I definitely watch videos to get ideas for redstone, and hopefully one day I can like sit down and actually kind of learn a little more. You know, just by watching the videos, you kind of learn a little bit, but at the same time, there's a lot more that could be learned. So pretty much done with the top part there. Let's see. Now you're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. It's just you're gonna do it down here on the side, like so, and like that, and then down here at the end, just like we did before. Oh nope, you gotta hold shift. Gotta hold shift, Uber. We're just gonna put the same thing. Hoppers going into the furnaces, and then a row of hoppers going across into a block at the end with a second chest here. So this chest here, your fuel. This chest up here, items you want to be burned. And that is pretty much it. You know, just got to do the same thing down here with the comparator and all that good stuff. So we got to get this out of here. And then put all these blocks here like this, like so, and comparator. Wow, could I be any less prepared? I don't even have enough wood to make a stick. A stick. I don't think we're gonna actually completely build the room and everything. I don't think we're gonna decorate it today, but we are gonna see how well this thing works in just a moment, as soon as I can find a stick to make a redstone torch, because I am a professional and totally unprepared per usual. So I might as well make two, because I'm gonna need a key to get back in. I use my house key for a redstone torch. And I learned that you cannot name the redstone torch house key, because as soon as you put it on the wall and it gets broken, it loses its name for whatever reason. So that's a thing I didn't know about. Let's eat some food here before we starve to death. But I've said it a few times. I'm really excited about this base. Really excited about this season. I've already done more in this season than I did last season as far as like base stuff. Last season was all Guardian Farm, which ended up being the bane of my existence. But let's see here. So, just like on the other side, redstone way across. And since this redstone is powered, these hoppers are locked. So, no matter what you put in there, it's not going to go inside these hoppers until these hoppers get their items. As soon as the first item gets to this hopper, it's going to open that. This is going to blink, and it's going to drop one item into the furnace. So let's go and get some items that we can smelt and see how well this baby works. Let's see what we got in here. Really nothing. Like, I don't have hardly anything right now that needs to be smelted. That's unfortunate. Okay. If we don't have anything in the base here, I might go gather like some sand or something, because I'm gonna need glass for days, so it won't hurt to go mine some or dig some. I have sandstone, so that's good. You know, at least we have sandstone. That's a that's a plus. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick cut here. I'm gonna go get some sand and get some stuff set up, and then we will test drive the super smelter. Be right back. All right, we are back, and I would like to point out that this is a good time to mention. It's been a while since we've mentioned it, but we are currently without regen again. Still, not near as bad as it was like the first few days on the server. So obviously we got the Blaze Farm now, and we're able to, make potions pretty easily. It definitely has made it a lot more interesting to do things, but that's neither here nor there. But as you can see, we have a ton of blaze rods and 5 stacks of glass or sand. So we're gonna put the sand in here. As you can see, it's filtering out. And we're gonna put the blaze rods in here. And I don't know how many blocks. But occasionally, see, if you look down there, it's gonna blink occasionally when it gets to the end. It's gonna blink, and then look at that. Oh, we got 2 that aren't firing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Alright, that's weird. I'm not sure why. Huh, weird. One of them's getting fuel, one of them's getting... Huh, that's weird. We'll have to look at that, see if we can figure it out. But, look at that, 26 already. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And like I said, you can imagine how fast it would go if you had multiple of these lined up. But that is plenty fast enough for me. We've been standing here for maybe a minute, if that, and we've already almost got a full stack. So I'm going to go ahead and call this a successful project. Look at that. Full stack already of glass. Incredible. All right, well, I think for one, I'm going to fill up this furnace full of, like I said, probably just sand. Let it fill up full of sand. I'm going to let this thing fill up full blaze rods. We'll just go ahead and take those out right now and just do that. I'm not sure why that happened, but we're going to do that. And sand's probably gone. Okay. And then we'll fill this full of sand, just so none of the other items we put in here can ever go through there. Just leave it the way it is. But even with 13, I mean, we've been standing here for 3-4 minutes, and we've almost got 2 stacks of glass already. So this is a successful build in my eyes. It's going to be a cozy little room. This obviously was much bigger than I needed it to be. But who knows? Maybe in the future we might expand left or right. This is just going to be like a little room I can duck into, drop things in the chest, go about my business, come back, pick it up later. But I am very impressed with that. Super excited about it. I've been wanting to get that done. And now we have it. Do I have a potion? Yeah, cool. Try not to leave home without a potion. All right. So I'm going to take you to show off some things we built. One of them was a build for the community at spawn. Yoshi found a skeleton spawner that it looked like somebody else had found already. I turned it into a community spawner. Pretty simple. Built it in Life Matter, and I built a similar one for zombies last season on Kryptic. So this one we have an auto sorter, so that it sorts out the bones and the arrows. But also have another farm to show you. So I'm going to take a quick cut while I run out there, and I will bring you back shortly. Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, we're going to open up a dye shop. Well, you can't open up a dye shop without dye, and as you can tell, we're in a flower forest. You're like, oh yeah, flowers everywhere. This is going to be super easy. Well, we've made it even easier. For the smaller flowers, let's see if I have any dirt. Okay. No, that's granite. Anyway, for the smaller flowers, we have made an automatic flower farm. It's pretty nifty. It's a little loud, so I'm going to apologize in advance. The tall flowers, I'm going to make little micro farms for so that we can get those as well. But it's pretty neat. Like I said, it's loud, so I'm going to let it run for, let's say, I'll count to 10, and then we'll stop it, and we'll see how much we get in 10 seconds. So here we go. All right, so 10 count right there. Push the button. Water comes in, pushes it all down to the hoppers, and then the water should turn off, like so. And then we'll give it time to filter through. So the ones with the numbers, that's the ones that we're going to count. We'll just subtract 1 from each. Just because I had to, all the stuff in my inventory was what I had from the last time I was over here. But I mean, you can see just 10 seconds, 10 ticks on the system there. And got a pretty steady amount of, the oxides and the white tulips give you the same color, but the pink tulips and the orange tulips seem to be a little more rare, but if we're making the roses and the sunflowers and stuff, orange isn't going to be that hard to get. But the pink and the light gray for sure is huge because I use a lot of it. The pink is actually really good because otherwise you'd have to use red dye and bone meal. But it's a pretty simple little thing here. Use observer blocks. Just a little hopper clock right here, just kind of passes that item back and forth, which sends the signal pulsing around, which updates all the observers. Pistons fire, and then this, when I push the button, goes through here, down here, de-energizes this, which unlocks the observers, it turns on the water. This little clock goes around, re-energizes everything, turns off the water. Pretty nifty. I like it. It's simple. It took me about, 30 minutes to build, but that was mainly because I had to dig out the area. But it's simple, and it's gonna be very efficient. Because of the skeleton farm that I made. Already plenty of bone meal in there for quite a while, so that's actually really good. And then for the last cut of the day, I'm gonna bring y'all back when we get to the skeleton spawner. So see y'all on the other side. All right, we're back. And Yoshi is here, which is good because it's already activated. Get the bow out of our hand here. But as you can see, typical spawner. Funnels them into a water and sign tube, takes them up 22 blocks, drops them down to here. Once you smack them, their items will get sorted into, oh wow, chests. But auto sorts the bones, the arrows, and then the junk chests, which later on I'm just going to probably make like a switch to be able to throw this. It'll just start taking them out of here and throw them into like a cactus or something. The gold armor, since we have the ability to just mass burn things, I'm going to, anytime I come down here and there's stuff in here, I'm just going to take all that armor out of there and literally go smelt it for nuggets. Not efficient whatsoever. Definitely better ways to get gold, but if it's just gonna be there and if we're gonna be destroyed, or if it's gonna get destroyed anyway, it ain't gonna hurt my feelings to go throw it in the smelter and let it get turned into something we can use. But where am I going? But this place is ugly as hell just because I threw it together and I didn't really have any of the blocks I wanted to like decorate it that great. So it's meant to be efficient, not pretty. So hopefully nobody's really YouTube or making their videos down here for YouTube. So, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and leave comments, likes, dislikes. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. We are getting closer to 50 subscribers, which we'll have to probably do something special for. Maybe do like a Q&A or face cam or something for YouTube. We'll think of something fun to do. It won't involve habaneros, I can tell you that much. But I really appreciate everybody stopping by watching. It means a lot. Y'all are awesome. But until next time, I'm Don't Peace, and I'll see y'all later.